So Haley, something I've noticed, so my wife and I, we moved here in 2018 from Los Angeles. And LA, it's a lot of different mini cities, right? So in LA, you have Burbank as kind of its own city. You have Century City. You have Beverly Hills. You have Anaheim. So you have all these little pockets. And when you think about most metropolises, you have a city center, and then you have the suburbs. And the suburbs, you've got the Applebee's and the chain restaurants, and you really have to go into the city. But what I've noticed is that Dallas very much is creating these mini cities similar to Los Angeles. Have you experienced the same thing?
I definitely have, and I realized it when I got here and I was saying, okay, even going out with my friends, I was talking to people, what are you doing tonight? Well, I'm going to Concrete Cowboy. Oh, are you going downtown or to Frisco? And then me moving to Texas, I was like, oh, I didn't know there was a difference. And so even just that simple learning that me being in the suburbs, Frisco is making, Dallas Cowboys, their practice stadiums in Frisco. Wow, that's major. And then downtown, you might have 160 Vines that's downtown Dallas, but you also have another one that's in Plano. And so just being able, you have the people that want to live in uptown or downtown Dallas, and then you have the people that want to be in the suburbs because they might have kids and want to send their kids to those particular schools that are in the suburban areas. And so I have noticed it, but from what I've seen, there's not just an Applebee's and there's not just an Olive Garden. There might be one particular restaurant or one place that people like to hang out that they can only get if they drive to that area. One being the Truck Yard in the Colony or Katy Trail in Dallas. Those are two places that when you say it, people are like, oh, I've been there. And it doesn't matter if it's in the suburbs or if it's 25 minutes away from downtown, they'll go because they've heard about it. They've heard that people have had a good time there. And that's the same thing for Las Colinas. I mean, it's actually growing. Restaurants are being built. And then people are just coming to this area and knowing about it because of the Toyota outdoor stadium, people coming to concerts, having somewhere to go that aren't the same places. And I think Dallas is doing a great job of that because it's having people pushed out into the suburban areas where they realize they can get and have the same accessibility to really good restaurants, really good shopping that they could if they were in downtown. But instead of living there and being stuck in traffic for being within 5 miles of the city center, they can get home from work within a 10-mile radius, but also still have grade 8, 4 out of 5 star restaurants that aren't Chili's or that aren't Chipotle, and so it just gives a new and newer and more innovative restaurants to eat. And like I said, I think that Dallas is doing a great job of just opening new doors and opening more people. And then also it goes back to the people, ones that are moving from other states. They have their own gifts and they want to bring it to this area, open their own restaurants that they only have, and they might have one in Michigan. And then so having just people bringing their creativity and what they're good at to this area is what's making us thrive in those smaller knit communities.